I want to tell you a story of a young Ethiopian girl who fled for her life in the middle of the night. A Tigrayan girl who had nothing more than the shoes on her feet and the clothes on her back. If there's one thing you should know about this girl, is that she was not afraid. She had courage. She was brave. Caught in the middle of the Civil War, she's seen things even a grown man should never see. How do I know all this? Because that girl is me. I want to take you back to my home in Tigray. I want to take you on a journey. It's dusk. The sun is setting against a pink and orange sky as I make my way through the marketplace. A cloud of dust kicks up at my ankles, coating my blue sandals. I see other children playing in the street, people smiling and laughing. A man playing in the corner his small guitar and sings sweet songs of the old days that he loves his wife. The sweet smell of fresh himbasha floats through the air and mixes in with the scent of buna, a freshly roasted buna. Everyone is wearing white gabi, and we move as one. We dance, we sing, and we laugh and smile. That's my home. That's my Tigray. It was in the middle of the night that he came to call for us. We had been told he would come without warning. We had been told not to make a fuss and to go without a question. I was to call him my father. I pulled on 4 dresses that night and 3 pairs of socks, one on top of each other. My shoes felt tight as I walked, but in the following months, I'd be grateful for the layers. We set out on the pitch black, the cover of darkness, shielding us from those that were looking for us and hunting for us, those that would not hesitate to killing us. Leaving my home, we would pass villages that now stood empty, as moonlight shone through the bullet-ridden buildings, casting beautiful shadows on the blood-stained roads. I remember the sweet scent from our cactus pear tree setting on the air that night. I remember how it felt, how it smelled. As we set out, I just remember wondering if I would ever be reminded of that smell again. Despite the many layers, I could feel the dust and the dirt creeping through my socks and my skin, increasing the pain in my blisters with each step. Over the next few months, it was what I focused on as we made our way through the sheer cliff mountains and crawled through the bushes. As we hid behind the sand dunes and sheltered huts, knowing with every turn and every bend that they could be waiting for us. One day, I couldn't tell you how long after we left, but one day, I remember hearing this music. I couldn't see where it was coming from either, but yet I remember the song, the way it sang. Nigarinando halafai. I can't remember all the words, but I remember those words. It drifted on the wind and led us over the border into Sudan. Everyone looked just like me there, confused, exhausted, starving, and covered in dirt. Some were missing limbs and some were crying, and others just looking off into the distance. Yet somehow I knew that we were safe. Not comfortable, but I knew we were at least safe. This is a feeling that I would grow to yearn for. Always looking for the next place where I could feel safe. It's been over 30 years since that night, and a lot has changed. We thought it was actually over with, and I was gonna get back home one day, but now it's happening again. My country and my tribe are at war again. And this time it's even worse. All aid to the region was cut. Banks were closed down, buildings and crops were destroyed, livestock were stolen, all communication was cut. So there's no way to truly know who's alive and who's been killed. One thing I learned for sure once I was in America is to truly be heard and to be understood, I first had to find out about other people, because everyone has a story to tell, a cause or something that matters to them, none more important than the other. I would like to encourage all humans from different walks of life to start knowing your neighbors and understand their cultures and their community, to go and find new friends, new groups, go join and help become part of something bigger. When we open up our lives to others, that's when we find out the true power of humanity. Remember, it's not that people don't care. How can they care about something they have no idea about, no knowledge of at all? Coming to a new country and joining new cultures can be very intimidating. It could be very difficult to know where you fit in. It could be very confusing. Remember, it's okay to combine cultures and to learn as you go. Parents, you got to support your children. It's very important. It's already confusing enough moving to a new country, and without your support, it's easy to fall into a downward spiral of depression. The world is a truly incredible place, full of color and beautiful flowers. But if all the flowers look the same, would the world be beautiful?